Hello and welcome back to the Lost Zone podcast. My name is Joe Turrentine and I'm here as always with John Wangard. But today
Hello,
we have a
hello.
special guest. We've got Mr. Christian down there, the Reggie King. Go ahead and
Yo.
introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Christian Fontenot. I am the guy who plays Reggie's at regionals and sometimes does well, pretty often does well.
One Reggie Steel guy.
I post one Reggie Steel guy. I post dumb shit on Twitter. That's about it. That's all I do.
Yeah, I was gonna try to pronounce your last name, but I didn't want to butcher it.
Okay, yeah, I also did not
No,
know.
you would
that.
not
Okay.
be the first. Don't worry about it. You would not be the first.
Good to know. We got it from the.
So we have talked about Knoxville 3 times, but we're gonna talk about it again. Because up until this coming weekend, we have absolutely nothing else to talk about. But we're gonna bring a person on who made day 2 again with Reggie's. If you want to run through any specific matchups, anything, what kind of V-Star marker you used, anything along those lines.
Yeah, the power
We just
rope.
wanna get the big thing out of the way. So I played Reggie's in Knoxville, and in my first 6 rounds, I hit 4 Gudra, all in a row. I should not have made day 2 at this event.
One of which is Joe.
I had straight up plot armor for Knoxville. I'm not even gonna lie. So I actually hit Joe in round 6, being my 4th Gudra of the day. And a long story short, Joe ended up giving me the win when after turn free of time, game free, we were tied on prize cards. We were gonna gentleman's agreement, but Joe ended up giving it to me, and I ended up playing with the Lost Zone podcast V-Star marker that he gave me for the rest of the event, and made day 2.
That was the plot armor.
After that, it was the plot armor. I actually have it right here.
Is it
There
you
you
tucked
go.
that into a Lapras GX, didn't
Yeah,
you?
now I just use it like as is. I don't even have to. I have the Lapras laying around somewhere, but I've just been using it at
What's
like
the
locals
story
like
behind the
that.
Lapras? You've used that thing every.
Yeah, I've seen
Um,
that.
I just wanted to have like a not boring V-Star marker, so I grabbed like a random card that I thought was cool, and put a piece of paper that said V-Star on it, and put it into the sleeve, and just threw that in my deck
Fair.
box, and then later I took like one of like the paper V-Star markers and like cut it out and put it in the sleeve instead. But back when I played in seniors, I played a lot of Turbo Lapras when that was a deck. So I just have a lot of fun
I
fun
played that.
memories.
I played Turbo Lapras to internets. The
Yeah.
deck was bad. The deck was so bad.
Oh, it was so good. It was so good. It was better
know.
than Buzzrock. Trust. It was better
Alright.
Buzzrock, definitely. Yeah.
Was it burn?
No, it was not.
Were there any matchups in Knoxville that were like memorable, other than the ones you mentioned that were like?
Besides Gujas, there were a couple that were interesting. Not anything that was like super special. Besides a couple like miracle run, yeah, because like a couple of miracle games against Gudra. And you put me on the spot. I can't really like think of anything. There was an interesting game against Lugia Flying Pikachu in day 2, which is kind of a weird matchup because Flying Pikachu doesn't auto win them against Reggies, but it does make their life a lot easier. Also, if they're playing Pikachu, they normally don't play Manaphy Dunsparce, so you have a bit more leeway there. Basically, what the game came down to was whether or not I could find Rope and Serena in the same turn, because then you Rope Serena, kill Pikachu, and then you kind of just roll over them from there. And in game 3, I prize Escape Rope.
Oof.
And I'm like, well, okay, this is really bad. And what I end up doing is I knock out a Lugia V-Star with one of my Serenas, and I already discarded one, which puts me at 1 Serena left. I get Escape Rope off the prize cards. Now there's one Arceus, not Arceus, one Archeops and one Flying Pikachu in play. And I'm really scared my opponent's going to scoop up net. And I don't know why I'm scared of a scoop up net, except obviously they can like lone Flying Pikachu, right? That's the idea.
Why would they run Scoop Up Net?
Why would they run scoop up net? Is what I was thinking to myself until my opponent after the game was telling me the 61st card in their list would have been scoop up net. Because I was just trying to think of like possible lose conditions, like in what universe besides not finding Serena Rope in the same turn, do I lose this game?
Yeah.
Right?
Did you win?
I did not because I
Oh.
couldn't find Serena rope in the same hand. So I rip the rope off the prize cards. Serena's not in hand. I have a research and a Marnie. Well, I'm like, okay, I can't research my rope away.
And also the Archeops
So
couldn't be Serena'd. Yeah.
no, it wasn't. Well,
Oh
you
wait, you would rope
rope
and then
first,
Serena.
and then you
Yep.
Serena.
Yep.
Yeah. So I Marnie, and then I hit the Serena, but then obviously I don't have the rope, so I'm like, okay, well, they proc gift, I draw cards, no rope, Trekking Shoe, no rope, Pokestop, no rope. I'm like, well, okay, then I'm gonna play another draw supporter, shuffle the Serena back in the bottom. There's the rope, now I don't have the Serena, and I did that for a couple turns until I lost. But that matchup in general is just kind of weird.
I mean, if that's not a
Yeah.
matchup you need to worry about on a daily basis.
Not
So
not
No.
really. I think having a basic understanding of how to play against Flying Pikachu is a good
Yeah,
skill to have as
yeah.
Regis, but
I'm
it
just
doesn't
saying Lugia Flying
change.
Pikachu. That deck is
No.
yeah. In fact, I think
Yeah.
the Flying Pikachu inherently becomes less effective if there are other two prizers on the bench, like Lugia. So
Well, yeah.
so I don't really understand how that deck works overall. But like
Interesting.
yeah.
It exists. I'll put it that way.
Ask Evan about
Um,
it. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. We can go over some of the toppings from I don't know how to pronounce this regional.
Utrecht?
Yeah,
The Netherlands.
I
Yeah.
probably didn't pronounce that right either, but
Yeah, for sure. Whatever it is, if you guys know how to pronounce it, spell it out in stupid terms in the comments for us. But this event actually was very strange. This event was very strange.
A lot of Goodra. A lot of Goodra.
Yeah, top
Yep.
8 had 2 Mews. If I'm
Hmm.
not mistaken, one of them was Fusion, right?
There was 2 Mew. There was a Fusion and a DT.
Yeah.
There was an Arceus and Bees. 3 Goodra and an Arctura. Oh, and a Lugia for good measure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a Lugia, but
Yeah.
the Lugia was weird too. Like the Lugia
Lu-
wasn't normal. It didn't run.
No, it was normal Lugia.
No, it wasn't. It
The
was,
one that bubbled out of top 8 was the Weezing Lugia.
No, this is This is like Lugia with no choice belts. Like this.
Oh,
is,
it's consistent Lugia. Yeah, it's Tord. What do you expect?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
Bro,
know.
Tord didn't play any vacuum.
Is this
Yeah.
is this better than
No.
normal Lugia?
yes. I think it's better.
Oh.
Lugia is a pile. I want consistency cards. That's about it. No, I'm
But
just
like, how do you get rid of Path?
Oh, no. Did you see Tord's top 4 match? He scooped on like turn 1 of both games because Parasol Dura. He scooped instantly. Like, you can't beat it.
That is
Yep.
nuts. It looks like Goodra has gone back to 4 Battle Pass, which
I mean, yeah, you just have the explosive turn 1.
I'm a firm
just need to get
non-believer of
Goodra's
Battle
out.
Pass.
Okay,
But,
you also played double Drapion.
I
So.
did.
Yeah, you're welcome for that, yeah.
you and my buddy Cody were the reasons that
Yeah.
card got played. There was also a Flaffy box that bubbled out
That's
of
an
top
interesting
16.
Yeah, the European tournaments go crazy.
They
Yeah.
do. Tapu Koko.
Europe's just better. I don't know what you mean, man. Europe's
Exactly.
better.
Apparently, they know something we don't.
Yeah,
Mhm.
facts.
Yeah.
Wait, and you said, wait a minute, you said Weezing?
Lugia Weezing got 9th, yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Europe doesn't exist. I'm confirming this right now.
Actually,
I
I
think-
played against Lugia Weezing in San Diego.
Is it good?
Oh.
No, it's just like it does the same thing as E-Turn does, except slightly worse in my opinion.
Oh.
Isn't that the
So-
one that runs like more Pekko?
Yeah.
And, like,
Yeah, more Pico V. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you
You take
hit-
more Pekko, and then it's like 150, and then you retreat back into the Weezing.
Yeah.
It's a
so-
cool concept. It's
It
not
is a-
good, but it's
On
cool
paper,
concept.
it's not great.
Everything's good on paper.
Sure.
Ethan Chow with the good old Reggie.
Reggie's at 10th, yeah.
Yeah.
BDIF.
You know, I mean that's the most normal thing in top 16. Yeah.
Okay. I saw that you tweeted about that guy that day 2'd Vancouver with the Drapion in his deck.
Oh.
I played that deck today in a
The
tournament.
Turbo Reggies?
And that deck
Reggies.
sucks.
Yeah.
It's like less consistent Reggie's
Well,
when it's more
obviously.
consistent. Like,
It's not meant to be consistent. You just go burr turn 1. Like,
Pretty much.
yeah.
I don't know, man.
Play 4 supporters, bro.
it ran.
You actually play 4 draw supporters. That's it. It's so
Yeah.
bad.
It's just for research, right?
Yeah, it's
It
just for
runs
research.
Thornton.
One Thornton, one Drapion, yeah.
So when you start your Drapion, you can Thornton
Exactly,
out of
yeah.
Drapion. Yep.
Did you guys see that Gudra cut the cram for an Articuno?
What?
No. Oh, what?
No, that's news to me.
I didn't see that
Ivanov
either.
That got
Damn.
third, cut cram out of Gudra, and ran
I didn't see that at
Articuno.
all.
Which Articuno?
Wild Freeze. No, he plays Cram. What do you mean?
Oh, I
There's a
guess he also runs Articuno.
He cut.
He also
Yeah,
runs
he
Articuno.
ran both. Yeah, I've seen
That's kinda-
them
that's
try to
kinda
play
fun,
Kuno.
though.
Yeah.
That's
What do
actually kind of cool.
I guess he cut second Roxanne. He runs two
Yeah.
Raihan?
2 Raihan, 3 Mirage Gate. Is Free Gate's not normal in Gudra?
Oh, he
is
cut
it?
it. He cut a gate. He cut a gate.
Yeah, I'm
Free
about
Gate
to
is
say.
definitely not normal. I don't think he runs Free
Okay.
Gate.
Interesting.
Early flower selectings could ruin the rest of your game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Force
but-
into double gate. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, chorus in a double gate. You're forced to take them both. Stefan is always on some weird shit though. I don't know. So the Articuno, like, what matchup does Articuno help against
Lugia.
Lugia? I mean, I know that,
Lugia.
but like, isn't the point of it that you can like continuously use it over and over again?
I mean, I guess you do so you can one shot a Lugia with Rolling Iron afterwards. I think that's my thought.
Yeah. So like you
Yeah.
lock it
Well, you
inactive.
And
You play
short,
Choice Belt too. You play
you
Choice
need
Belt.
a belt.
Yeah.
Yeah, which he
I
runs
guess that's
one
the
of.
thought.
He runs one belt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't. I don't know. I don't know how good Articuno is. I think it's cute.
I mean,
It's
it worked
cool.
for
It'll
him.
take people like by surprise.
Yeah,
I
for
think that
sure.
has a
Mhm.
lot of value.
Definitely
So.
does. All right. And then there was Natal, which I think we went over. It's just Lugia. Yeah, we went over that
It's
last
just
episode.
Lugia.
That's more the same. Yeah.
Yeah,
This
so
is the
it's-
same format we played 3 months ago.
It's
Yeah.
same
Not much
format,
has changed.
Same format we're playing this weekend too.
And the
Great.
weekend
And next
after.
weekend. Yeah.
And yet, are you going to Charlotte?
Unfortunately,
Are you? Are you playing?
I stopped I stopped testing this format like
Let me guess.
a couple days ago. I was
I have
just
a very educated guess on what
Uh-huh.
you're gonna
What
play.
you're
at
gonna
Charlotte.
play.
okay.
Yeah.
All right, guess.
All right.
Uh-huh.
Regirock. 2 of them.
Okay, that's a bold assumption that I played 2 over Reggie.
All right.
Huh.
1 Registeel.
No, 3 Reggie Seals actually.
Yeah, it helps the Mew.
Best Reggie.
It
Yeah.
helps
Yep.
the Mew matchup.
Yep.
Yeah.
Heavy slam. Yeah.
Yeah. Why? Just run 1 Gigas actually and 3
Yep.
Steel.
Yeah.
Because Gigas is
Gigas
actually the
Gigas is bad.
Gigas
Yeah,
is the
they'll
worst
never-
one.
They'll never target Gigas. They'll never target Gigas.
Never. Well, is there anything else you want to touch on before we move on? Christian, John.
No, that's the format, bro.
Dura won a regional or a special event.
Unfortunately. Yeah.
Unfortunately,
Deck is so bad.
Actually, I think
You
it's
say that.
I think it's really funny that we've reached the point where like all Dura lists are just the same. Like we talk about
Yeah.
Lugia being the same deck all the time, but like Dura is the same thing. Like
Yeah,
if you go to first place, like Nico Albas's list,
Yeah.
you'll see Paul Giza also played it at Knoxville, did it first.
I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what's really funny is the
Mhm.
only differences between Arc Duraldon lists are whether or not you run the Collapse Stadium.
That's
Yeah.
it.
That's
And Nico
literally-
played Lost City. Yeah.
The one difference between Nico Albas's list and Grant Shen's Knoxville list, I believe, is a single copy of Temple of Sinnoh.
Mhm.
And I know this because I actually roomed with Paul Giza in Knoxville. And he got the list from Grant the night before and then changed the one card.
What was the card change? Was it a third
It's
city?
just cut a Lost City, yeah.
Lost City.
Yeah. It's just this Dura 60s are just all the same at this point.
Yeah.
So
That's hilarious. Super funny. Yeah, Dura. Yeah. I hate
It's
Dura.
Dura.
I do want to look.
I mean, what do you
Dura.
need to change? Yeah.
I do want to look at this arc intel list though. This arc.
I mean, that was probably the coolest of it.
Yeah,
mhm.
for sure. We're gonna
Yeah.
go over this arc piece list. They ran a 4-2 Arceus line.
That's standard.
Is
Yeah,
it? Is
four
it
three one.
standard? I thought it was a 4-3.
It's kind of flip floppy.
Yeah.
It's been a while since we had Arc Intel though.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm
If you're trying to fit the B stuff, you're probably going thinner. So
Yeah.
Yeah, fair. Radzard 2, which is good. Radzard's also.
Yeah.
My problem B is just good in general right now if you can get it out. I think other than big parasol everywhere. I don't know. That actually seems kind of bad.
okay. Yeah. You're getting one out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I feel like you're trying to be a Lugia and then win the prize trade with like one prizers and Sharon's care and like
Probably,
maybe
yeah.
a second B, but
Yeah, most
I
of the
don't
time.
know.
Most of
The
the time. you
Lugia
only win.
matchup seems sketchy either way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
They ran one research.
They run a lot of one of support.
That's really weird. Yeah, one Sharon's, one Roxanne, one Ryan, one Marnie, one Melanie. What in the hell is this?
Okay, the Melanie is kind of cool. I like the
The
Melanie.
Melanie is cool. I like the
I
Melanie.
like the Melanie.
It can like you
You
go,
can whiff
like-
turn one energy and still kind of be okay with it.
Yeah, because you can like Starburst for DTE Melanie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean that's pretty good. I don't know how good only a 2 V-Star is if you're charging up energies with Arceus onto another Arceus.
I mean, you play
You
Sharon,
have-
so if they don't one shot, you loop.
you also have
Right.
a ordinary rod.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, fair.
Yeah.
Well, overall that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean it did well. So
It did well, yeah.
Yeah.
There was almost 700 players here.
Yeah, it was a regional set. Yeah,
Yeah, it was.
it was really big for a Europe event.
yeah, for EU, especially for like an SPE.
Isn't Magnus Magnus Peterson? He's done stuff, right?
Magnus
Magnus
Peterson,
Peterson.
he won worlds, didn't he?
In seniors, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
he day 2. He didn't do very well. I mean, he made day 2, but overall.
Isn't he coming to Charlotte?
I don't know.
Oh, that's
I think
Jesper. That's Jesper.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
So that's the second Danish world champion.
yeah.
Well, he did it first, but that's besides the point.
Was he a senior?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ah, that
Yeah,
doesn't count.
2016.
I feel like it doesn't count on every other occasion. Like any other event, if you win as a senior, it's like okay, cool. But if you like win worlds as a senior, it's like yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty
Yeah.
cool. Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
When we see seniors age up and dominate masters all the time, so it's not
I
like the
mean,
division
yeah.
doesn't
Now the
have
seniors are
parents.
getting really good, actually.
Mhm.
it's because every single one of them are coached by one of the
They
best
have a
3
coach,
players in
yeah.
the entire world. It's like it's like okay, like that picture from OCIC where every single person on the podium was either coached by
Mhm.
Bradner or Azul. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, including Reagan. Yeah, it's pretty funny. All right. I mean, we can kind of move on to some of the new cards we saw, and then we'll do the thing where we talk about what card we want to bring back, and you know, John hates it, but he never comes up with any more ideas. So,
I come up with chaotic cards. Like I said, BTS and like Fog P.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we got the leak from the Snow Hazard and Clay Burst set or whatever that's pretty cool. I will show the cards now on the screen, blocking up somebody. Sorry,
Better
So-
not be me, or
You
we're gonna
won't-
have
Yeah.
issues.
it won't be.
Just
but-
do me. We'll just do me.
Alright.
Yeah, it's me every time. It's been me every time.
Yeah, we'll do this. All right, so some of the cool mentions are the the basic grass Relor Pokemon. You know, that's the best card in the set. You know what? You know what?
Do anything? Oh my god, 30 for each heads.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
That's insane.
We got Chin Yu EX. I'm gonna read these out, and you let me know if you think they're good or shit or whatever. We got Chin Yu EX, Burning Envy. Discard 2 cards from the top of your opponent's deck. It's for 1 fire, and then Flame Surge 100 for 2 fire. Choose up to 3 of your bench Pokemon. Search your deck and attach a basic fire energy to one of those Pokemon. Each of those Pokemon.
It's good acceleration. Right now it's not great. We don't really have anything good fire wise right now, but
Yeah,
maybe in the future.
I still think like acceleration Pokemon that are worth 2 prizes are still just kind of always going to be bad.
I mean, we say that, but the Squawkabilly is kind of insane.
Well, Squawkabilly's not acceleration.
Yeah,
It's
that's
Kinda
what it does.
does both.
Is that what is it?
I think
I guess
Yeah, that's what its attack does.
we'll,
Yeah.
we'll get to it in a minute. So that card's bad. We've got
Jinyu actually is kind of interesting though, because free energy is a lot. Like
Yeah.
it is.
theoretically, because Magma Basin's also in format. Like I don't think the format's right for it, but if like fire got like,
Maybe when
we got,
Skeletor
like,
comes out.
if we got a
Yeah.
welder again,
oh God forbid,
Nah,
don't do
bro. Oh
that.
my god, don't.
That'd be bad. That'd be really bad.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, there's like some cool stuff you can do with it, I guess, with like
It's a card to keep in mind. Like
Yeah,
if like
Mhm.
really good fire support gets printed, then maybe.
Yeah.
But
with like the steam up Rapidash or whatever, you can do some cool stuff
Sure.
with it.
yes, yeah.
And it's not a great card, but
No.
we got
Something to always keep in mind.
the Blastoise reprint.
Okay,
reprint.
yeah,
We
yeah.
got
This is-
Baxcalibur.
yeah.
Absolute Zero. As often you would like during your turn, you may attach a basic water energy card from your hand to one of your Pokemon. And then
Yeah.
Buster Tail 130. So
I like
this
it more
card,
than Deluge because it sounds cooler.
it does. It does.
Real.
Yeah.
Absolute Zero sounds so much cooler than Deluge.
Yeah.
I think this was a really good. This card coming back right now is really good, because water just doesn't have enough support, right?
I mean, I guess one
I'm
type's
just-
always gonna have like.
Yeah,
support.
I was
just
being
lose Bucket.
sarcastic. I
Yeah,
was
we-
being
We
sarcastic.
lost
we
Bucket.
just lost Bucket and Frostmoth. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fair.
So we had to get more.
Yeah, that is true.
God forbid water be bad.
Yeah, directly under this, we have the thing that goes with it, which is
Never would have guessed.
incorrect. If I'm sorry if I pronounce this incorrectly. Chen Pao EX, right? Is that
close?
correct?
Sure.
Probably.
Qianpao, I think. Yeah.
Qian Pao? Yeah. It's got Trembling Cold. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon is your active, you may search your deck for 2 basic water energies, reveal them, and put them in your hand. That's
wow.
pretty, wow, that fixes the
Wow.
bucket.
Wow.
So about
That sounds
Bucket.
familiar.
So
Yeah.
about not having bucket. You lose bucket, you gain
Oh.
bucket back.
Yeah,
Oh.
and it's multiple per Qianpao.
Yeah,
It's
you just
really, really good.
air balloon rotates, right?
Air balloon does rotate.
Okay, well you
yeah.
just switch and do it again, and then just
You still have like 30 different switching cards in format.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
fair. And it's a basic, so it can use switch cart. Okay.
Does Qianpao have 2 retreat? Yeah, so you
Yeah.
can just like retreat, attach, retreat, and then superior. Like,
mm,
yeah.
But it's got a Hail Blizzard, 60 damage. Discard any amount of water energy from your Pokemon. This does 60 damage for each card you discarded. Wow.
Yeah, the card's insane.
Yeah, that
It's
card's really good.
good.
That's really good. I would be surprised if this doesn't do well. But it's also, you have to like, are there other water Pokemon that are good to attack with that are not 2 prizers right now?
Gearheart tweeted out the Dragon Kyurem from Evolving Skies. That does the same attack, but it's for water metal.
So
I think
you,
it's good.
I
think
think
that's
Excalibur doesn't have to accelerate to water Pokemon. It can be anything. So
that's pretty
that
good.
was
Yeah. Because, like, you would want a couple of these, obviously, but, like,
Yeah.
just only attacking with 2 prizers could be difficult, especially if
There
you're
was-
going against 1
there's
prizer method.
that. And
Also
he
in this
tweeted out.
format with like so much lost box.
You also have
like,
Greninja. Okay, Greninja's.
Greninja.
Greninja
Greninja.
exists. Yeah,
I-
that's
I
Yeah,
forgot
there's a couple
Greninja.
Kyogres too.
Yeah,
not
there was a Kyogre that does 180 to the bench, right?
180 to any Pokemon, but there's also we keep recyclers, so you can do celebrations Kyogre if you really want to.
Yep.
I don't know if that would be good. I don't think that would be
That's
very
another
good.
Gearheart tweet, bro. That's another Gearheart.
Maybe.
It has to be something if it's Gearheart tweeting it.
Yeah, fair
True.
enough.
It has to be.
There's so much
your
cool.
Your heart's the gospel. I don't know what you're talking about.
Like, just the synergy with, like, having this in your, like, promoting this for your turn, grabbing your energies and attacking with anything you want is so cool.
Yeah.
Super good.
You have a Rita, which is literally just a rare candy, and then
That's just
Blastoise.
Excalibur,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh my
like,
god.
that's-
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah.
I forgot that card existed too. You just Irida for the rare candy Baxcalibur. Oh my
You can
god.
Ultra Ball
Yeah.
for fish, and then you can loop your fish back in because it's water energies. I mean, the deck kind of just builds itself.
Yeah,
honestly,
like that is
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah.
Definitely gonna see some play. We got this cute alt art Raichu, which I'm gonna skip
he-
past. What does he
Not
do
good.
actually? Is he good?
Nothing good. Don't worry about it.
All right, we'll keep skipping past it. We got Garganockle, which I actually really like this Pokemon. I think it's kind of bad. But stage 2, ability, Blessed Salt, during Pokemon checkup, heal 20 damage from each of your Pokemon.
Yeah, it's a stage 2. That's not
Yeah.
that's not working, bro.
Yeah. It's basically just Radiant Serena, right?
It's in between turns though, so yeah.
In
Was Radiant Serena in
between,
between?
yeah, in between's a big deal,
Yeah,
but it's still a stage 2. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Then we got the one that I literally don't know what this Pokemon is supposed to look like.
This one's a bit weird. Okay, yeah.
Ting Lu EX. It's got the ability Cursed Ground. If this Pokemon is your active Pokemon, your opponent's Pokemon with damage counters on them have no abilities. And then it's
Except for Pokemon EX. That's
oh yeah, I guess it does say that.
Yeah,
Excluding
yeah.
Pokemon EX, yeah. And then Land Scoop, 150 damage. Put 2 damage counters on one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. So I don't know. This card is kind of cool. It definitely has like abilities to do certain things, and I think with the new Hawlucha that came out, you can like very early like put a damage counter on a Comfys.
Well,
And-
yeah. If we're talking right now, we lose Scoop of Net, so you can just shut off your opponent's board like entirely if they're playing Lost
Yep.
Box.
Yeah, you can just like Hawlucha and then attack. Yeah, you just shut everything off.
Literally, Hawlucha's 2 Comfies for free.
Yeah,
well, you could Hawlucha, a Manaphy, and
Mhm.
a,
Oh
like,
my-
something else, and then the attacker is like it's like 100 active, and then whatever to the bench.
Yeah, yeah.
does
Well,
150,
Tinglu has to be active.
150 active. Put 2 damage counters on one of your opponent's bench. So it goes through Manaphy anyway.
Okay, but if you, oh yeah, then it doesn't matter. Yeah,
Yeah.
just
So
shut down the companies.
But I think the only way to be able to set this up efficiently would be with Koraidon, right?
That's what I was thinking. Like,
Yeah, I
if
mean it's
you-
3 energy, so yeah.
Because
Like,
you
have-
could like, because if you
go
could get like
Hawlucha
a
turn 1.
yeah, because if you could go like Koraidon, right, and you could get 2 Tinglus out, right, and then so that
Yeah.
way if they escape roped you, it wouldn't get rid of the ability. You could like set up like a wall, and this guy's got good HP for a basic. It's got 240. Plus we get that new charm in this set too, which will put him up to
Mhm.
290 on a basic.
Yeah.
You're not killing it. You're not killing it.
No,
So I think that definitely has some cool stuff somebody could do with it. I don't plan on doing it, but if somebody else does, we got the Dunsparce.
Okay, this
Um,
one's sick.
All right, so Mud Slap for 1 colorless, 30 damage.
Insane.
Sudden Flash, 100 damage. Your opponent's active is now paralyzed. Shove this Pokemon and all cards attached to it into your deck.
It's hit and run, bro. It's hit and run.
It's hit and run with paralysis.
You just put Klefki back in. Yeah, that's what hit and run did before too with XL Gore.
true.
Wait,
This is
it,
true.
it paralyzed it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Wait, how many energies is?
It's
energies is
4.
it?
It's 4. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, ooh, yeah.
So a friend of mine actually brought something up with this card that might be really interesting. Is that you could play it in Lugia, because you could
Hmm.
play the weakness blocking Dunsparce, right?
Yeah.
And you put that on your bench, and then you evolve it, and
Yeah.
then you have the acceleration through Archeops, and you can like paralyze stuff, and that could be an option.
That's
I
super
don't know if
funny.
it's any good, but like it's an
I
option.
mean, it's something. Yeah.
It is something. It is an option. That
You
could
do it.
probably my favorite Pokemon from this new game has
Mhm.
to be Mousehold.
And
Yeah.
All right. But this card sucks and I'm so sad. It's put damage counters on each of your opponent's Pokemon equal to the number of Mousehold in play. Wait a minute,
So
that's
you
a
can
little
do
bit. Wait a
40.
minute, 40 to everything.
I mean,
Is it an attack?
Yeah, it's
it's
40
for
to
3. It's for 3.
Oh
That's not no.
no, that's bad.
Ah,
There's
dang.
a mouse hole that does 70 for each of them in play. That one's like way better.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Here's another
I
one.
mean,
of the-
is it? You know it's better.
I just like Mousehold. Okay.
All
and
right,
the
here's the
pretty-
boy.
The boy Squawkabilly EX.
Uh,
All right. Ability Lively Draw. On your first turn of the game, you may discard your hand and draw 6 cards. You can't use more than 1 Lively Draw ability during your turn. Attack, Energy Flow, 20 damage. Attach up to 2 basic energy cards from your discard pile to one of your Pokemon. So
That's up there with Energy Drive.
that's
That's
pretty
really
good.
good.
That's super good. But I'm a little confused. So
It is not when you bench it from your hand.
it's not when you bench it. So
Nope,
like,
you can nest ball for it and then do it later.
oh, so you can like, okay, so
You can open it.
that's really good. Like
That's
I
what
didn't,
I'm saying.
I didn't know that because like any other card we've had like that, you can't nest ball for. So that's really good. That's super good.
Yeah.
And that attack is really good too.
Yeah, for one colorless, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a two prizer that's gonna sit on the bench, like always. But having an attack like that,
Right.
if you go second, like to get those energies piled up, that's
I think it's a really, really good card. It's just really frail, so it's probably only
Mhm.
gonna see play on like very aggressive decks. Like
Oh, yeah.
Miraidon decks will probably play it, like to go for turn 1 faster.
like
But
Miraidon or like Lugia.
yeah, yeah, probably. But
Lugia,
like
it could be
once
really
like,
good in Lugia because you could
mhm,
play all your your aromas going first, and then you could get
yeah,
Squawkabilly out, right? And
yeah,
then you could just does it basic energies? Yeah, you wouldn't attack with
basic.
it. You wouldn't attack with
no,
it, but you just use it to dig through your deck to get to Archeops.
and you
Mhm.
could collapse it out of play.
You could collapse
Yeah.
that out of play. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
Solid.
yeah,
So we got
card.
Super Rod reprinted. That's good.
nice.
I assumed that something like this was going to happen with Ordinary Rod leaving.
Yeah.
Good for Reggie's. It's better. It's better ordinary rod.
It is,
Gives
it
3
is.
Reggie's. Let's
When,
go.
when it
You
comes
don't have to play
Reggie,
4 Miriam anymore, yeah. Let's go.
Yeah.
yeah, just 4 Rod. You just put all the Reggie boys back in. It's actually much better
If
for
you play Reggie's post rotation, man, no
That
way
new-
you're
that new-
dedicated.
that new
There's
energy-
no way you're that dedicated.
No.
that new energy's good. Makes it a
Luminous
little bit
one?
better.
Not
It's
out yet.
okay.
It's not out yet. When it's out, maybe.
So neither is Super Rod. This isn't in the
Yeah, I know.
Mesa, yeah. And then we've got Cape of Toughness that works on anything, pretty much. Charm of Courage.
Any basic Pokemon.
Yeah, so like the difference between that and Cape is Cape didn't work on GXs,
Correct.
right? So nothing that actually matters. We've got Garusha. Garusha?
Grusha.
Garusha? I don't know.
Grisha?
Grusha.
no.
Yeah, the
Grusha.
art. Yeah.
Yeah, this person. There you go. Draw cards till you have 5 cards in your hand. If you have no energies attached to any of your Pokemon, draw up to 7. That's so bad. What the fuck?
I mean, it's a control card, I guess.
Yeah, it's like a niche thing.
Yeah, I
Some
know.
decks
Yeah.
would be, but it's not good.
Sander will find something for it. but-
It's just a Sander card for sure.
Yeah.
Now, the Grail card of this set
Iono.
for
yeah.
anybody who has not seen this yet or anybody listening, this is the best card that's ever been printed. It
Great
is the
fact.
Yeah.
Iono. It's a supporter card. Each player shuffles their hand and puts it on the bottom of their deck. Then each player draws a card for each of their prize cards remaining. So it's basically N. If you took all of the good parts of N and added the worst parts of Marnie together to create this weird baby hybrid fucking annoying ass card that is going to be a 4 of in every deck.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's fine
Yep.
by me. Yeah.
Yep. I like the
Card's
card. I think we
it-
needed something like this, but
Yep.
it punishes people for playing overly aggressive decks, and and that's a really good thing. Not a good thing for Reggie's because that would hurt Reggie's. For,
Oh,
go,
yeah, gift energy. We're fine. Gift energy's busted.
gift
Yeah,
energy.
true.
Yeah,
They,
gift
they
energy.
hit you with Iono, Temple of Sinnoh. You lose, bud.
No, Temple Snow isn't real.
Bad card. yeah.
Bad card. Bad card.
We haven't pretty much had anything else. Has anybody here gone to a pre-release for this new set?
Unfortunately, yeah.
Unfortunately, how are the
Yeah.
pool rates looking? Anything?
I won, and it went. I got like Iron Treads EX.
How many? Wait, you like won the tournament,
Yeah, I got like 16 packs,
and that's all
and
you got?
I pulled an Iron Treads EX.
That's so bad.
Yep,
Are there
I
any?
know,
okay.
right?
Okay, so since we're talking about cards that are coming out, we could probably just segue into post rotation. John, are you more comfortable talking about post rotation now that it's closer?
I don't test formats that don't exist, bro. This format's not fun, but I'm gonna play it out for the next 2 regional.
I sure as hell won't. I have Guardian in my hands.
I got Mew in mine, bro.
Nah.
So, Christian, what decks do you think have a fighting chance of existence after rotation?
So it's weird because we know a lot because of like Japanese meta.
Yeah.
But Japanese meta doesn't always translate into like the Western meta, like EU, NA stuff.
Have we
Um,
gotten anything since Japanese.
Yeah, there's the Taiwan regional.
Like, we just had a tournament where like one Guardy was in like top 6.
Yeah, well, there was a
And
Guardy
every-
that went 11-0 and then I think lost in top 4. If I'm not mistaken, that
I
event
think
was
you're
won by
correct. Yeah, because
Yeah.
everything else was like Lost Box or Lugia.
Yep. The event was won by Lost Box.
Yeah.
Like, it's primarily Lost Box, not there's a couple Lugias.
Yeah,
Let me pull it up.
because the last thing that we have, like on Limitless or anything, is the Champions League.
Mhm.
And 2 Gardevoirs made top 8, but both of them are a little different from each other.
Yeah.
But how do you think Gardevoir's good?
I think it's good. I just think we need to see how it's built first.
Yeah.
Because right now, like, the big issue for Guardy is like your Lost Box matchup. It's by no means unwinnable, but like there's a lot of stuff that can be really hard. Since they're pretty much Lost Box always starts the prize trade. So you have to find a part in the game where you can like swing it where they have to whiff a knockout, which is kinda hard. Just because Sableye can like shit all over your board, and Cram early really sucks. And if you don't get Manaphy down, you're just gonna get ninja'd.
How's your
And that
Mew matchup with Guardy?
absolutely free. 100% free.
How?
So the deck plays Zacian, the second one,
Yeah, the V.
and a Sky Steel Stone. So you can nuke a Guardy, not a Guardy, a Mew. Take 4 prize cards and just boss a Genesect. Either order works. Probably Genesect first. You have the damage output and you have plenty of time. So yeah, it's not that hard.
How
of a
many
matchup.
energies would it take to kill a Mew? 8?
I want to say 8. I do know that a Zacian can load, like, most Guardy lists play 11 energies.
Yeah.
Zacian can get fully loaded with 11 energies. It won't ever need to, but it can without getting knocked out. Which is like the big thing. Like the baby Gardevoir has the exact same attack, but only has 140 HP. So it can attach 6 energies from the Guardy EX before it gets knocked out.
Yeah.
So it has like a soft damage cap that way.
Put 2 damage counters, so it can attach up to 10 without
Yeah.
getting knocked out. Yeah.
Which is enough to kill anything
Which
in
is
the game.
360, yeah.
Yeah.
360. That's pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good. Arven is also a really good card, right? From what
Arven's insane. Yeah.
Arven grabs an item and a tool card.
Yes, because tools are now separate from items. So
That's-
you can't Skyla for item cards anymore. Well, I guess Skyla's trainer, so you can't Irida for... I'm tripping. You can't Irida for tool cards anymore. There
so
we
you
go.
can't grab like choice belt off of Irida. You can only grab cards that are designated item cards, not
Item
tool
cards,
cards.
yes.
Yeah. Do the new tool cards have like a new look to them?
I think they do.
They have like a
I wanna
purple
say
thing
it's
in the
like-
bottom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
purple.
Oh yeah, that's pretty cool.
I think they all got reprinted too to like errata for Tool. Yeah.
Yeah, so every tool that exists is now that way.
Yep.
Okay. Is that starts with the release of the new set or with rotation?
One of the two. As far as I'm concerned, it's the same thing. But
Are there gonna be any tournaments that have Scarlet Violet legal without it being rotation?
No.
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 Rotation's in like 2 weeks, isn't it?
Uh,
well, rotation happens
isn't the same time
at
as
the
Scarlet
same
Violet?
time Scarlet Violet becomes illegal.
EUIC.
And that's EUIC, yeah.
Okay. Cool. Are you going to that, Christian?
Yes, I am.
All right.
I have 3 tournaments in the span of the next 4 weeks.
Same.
Nice. It's gonna
Same
be
ones as
fun.
you. Yeah, it's gonna. Fun is not the word I would use for
Fun.
playing Lugia dot deck format, but
I'm not
You
playing.
guys just
having
don't
plenty of fun.
enjoy the game enough.
Nah.
John,
What?
shut up.
I have fun no matter what Pokemon I'm playing, bro.
I mean, I have fun, but most of the time, the fun from events come from hanging out with the friends and just the general aspect of what a Pokemon tournament is.
It's not about winning. It's about the friends you made
it's
along the
all
way.
Yeah,
winning.
it's never about winning. It's about the
Mhm.
friends we made on the way. Damn
About the
straight.
Reggies. Yeah,
It's all-
Yeah, all 6 of the gang. Yeah.
all 6. And have
Uh,
a friend group of more people.
My favorite analogy of Reggie's is that like there's that video of where the guy puts the square into all the different shaped holes. He's like, we fit the square into the circle hole. He's just like, it's like the square fits in all the holes. It's like, I like Reggie's though. I mean, I don't, but I do at the same. Yeah. Did you look at a colorblind person could not play Reggie's? They couldn't.
Okay.
You can look at the Reggie in question, and you'll be fine.
At Arlington, I played a mirror round 6, and my opponent put 2 Regice in play, and he tried to Ancient Wisdom when I called him out on it, and he said, "Can I take that back? I'm colorblind." And we were both 5-0 at the time, so I said, "How'd you do it? How'd you get this far?" He said, "Oh, I looked at them before, but now I'm just looking at the colors." So,
Okay, but
he's like, "Yeah, I just see black and white, bro." I don't think that's how that works, but
I mean,
good on you for trying.
yeah, good on you.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, that's hilarious. So now we'll get into the segment that I like to call reprint roundup. I have no actual reason why I call this, but this segment we talk about a card that you would like to see reprinted, but we're gonna do it a little differently. We're gonna talk about what card going into this new format you think would benefit the format in a good way or a bad way if you're John, and the most toxic way possible if you're John. But a card that would be reprinted that you would like to have that would help overall state of the game.
So actually, I have 2 different things. There's a card I think would be healthy for the game, and I think it's healthy for any format. That's Garbotoxing. I don't think that's a hot take. I think Garbotoxing is just great for every format, especially if we get it at the same time as Trashlands. Trashlanch. There we go.
Yeah.
I can pronounce stuff.
It's just a punishment
yeah.
card.
It just punishes people for not managing their resources, and I think it's a skill people need to learn. I was a dumb senior when those cards were in standard, so I just didn't play around that shit. I just went like, haha, Max Elixir, brr, and then I got punished and I lost a bunch. But I'd like to play in that like a format that has that type of dynamic. Now that I am actually remotely competent at the game.
Do you think that it is healthy for the game to have an end card, a Garbotoxin card, and a Trashlanch card all at the same time?
Yes.
You do?
Yes. Especially if that end card doubles as like a Marnie thing.
Yeah.
I think that's even better. Because then you can put cards into your hand. Like you're gonna get Iono'd, so you can like get cards into your hand to put at the bottom of your deck so you have higher odds of drawing what you need, which will will reward correct sequencing, which I think is just overall healthy for the game.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I think that's a really good take, yeah.
Yeah. Another card I love to see reprinted, this is like a personal bias. I want Max Elixir. I love Max Elixir.
Yeah.
Basic scoring Burr just makes me fun. It just makes me happy.
Dude.
There's so many cool decks. Like maybe that Ting Lu deck, that EX Ting Lu EX deck would have competitive viability if it could set up turn 1 or 2. But with 3 attack costs, it's like impossible. And I don't like
Max Elixir and Dark Patch.
Yeah.
I like the idea of Miraidon being able to Electric Generator and Max Elixir.
No, that's balanced. I don't know what you're talking about.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
But I think Max Elixir is a good pick too because there's so many cool cards. Although I wouldn't like to see Chin Lu or whatever, the water one, have access to Max Elixir, Baxcalibur.
What?
Oh yeah.
Fine.
It'd be fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
no, Max Elixir is not coming back anytime soon. As much as I wanted to.
I don't like how instead of reprinting cards like Max Elixir, they reprint. I mean, they print cards that are specifically useful for one archetype that already has good cards for it. Like, so for example, I don't like how when dark Pokemon were coming back, like the Galarian Moltres V and like Darkrai EX or V Star. And when everything was about Dark, they reprinted Dark Patch in hopes that Dark would be good again, right? But now that they're printing Miraidon, they're like, okay, let's give it a Max Elixir, but double it. Let's double it and make it better.
Yep.
Like that's so stupid. I hate when they make like I like Max Elixir because it's not a type specific card. It's a card that can be
Mhm.
used in a lot of different archetypes. But when you specifically delegate like a type, like back in the day when Lightning had electromagnetic radar, it had electro power, it had Tapu Koko Prism Star, it had Thunder Mountain, it had Dedenne, what?
Ed Volkner.
It had
Mhm.
Volkner, it had everything. And then
Yep.
Pika Rom was the best deck. Like it's just how
Oh,
it
yeah.
was. Pika Rom was
Mhm.
the best deck because it had access to that. Same with Buzzwole when it had Strong
Mhm.
Energy, Beast Ring, Max Elixir, Lycanroc. Like it was I don't like that they target a specific type. If they made more like you said, Garbotoxin could be used
Mhm.
in any deck. That could be, you could build a deck with Garbotoxin plus anything. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So that's like a general kind of thing. Even if it's not Garbotoxin, like if it's on same ability, different Pokemon. Um,
Right.
but uh, I I really would like Max Elixir back. That sent me down a tangent, but I love Max Elixir.
Max Elixir's great. Love Max
Yeah.
Elixir.
John, do you have a
Uh,
toxic card for us today?
I mean, mine's stupid. I like Skeledirge a lot, so I want Max Potion. Um,
I'd actually be down for that. I like Max
yeah,
Potion.
I think
honestly,
Max
yeah.
Potion could be really good. I think we're losing a lot of good potion cards. Like
Mm,
a lot of our good
I mean, we're
healing
losing
cards.
Hyperpot. That's like
yeah.
We're
about
losing
it. We keep
Hyperpot.
Cheryl.
Oh, we do keep Cheryl, yeah.
Yeah.
You're also a supporter though, so
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
I like Skeledirge too. Skeledirge is cool. I wish that card was
Yeah.
good. It's the
No,
best
you can just.
of the three. Actually, Meowscarada is probably the best of the three.
Yeah.
honestly,
Oh,
all three of them seem fine. It's been a while
they're
since I've
okay.
looked at
Nope.
them.
Duck is
And the
bad.
Quaquaval looks mid.
I've heard
Duck.
some people. I heard some people talking up the duck.
They were
But
cooking. They were cooking.
they were cooking. Well, there's the
There's the baby
baby
one.
duck.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
that comes
attaches
out
extra
with this
energy.
set. Yeah,
I don't
there's like
know.
some stuff you could do, but
There.
You could back
Yeah.
Excalibur it.
It's a deck
you
that's like
could.
based on
Yeah.
2 stage 2s. So it's like
I mean, if the
They're pretty
game's
much
going in
the
a slower
same.
direction,
Yeah, that's true.
the game can't go in a slower direction when you give
it
Miraidon a
literally
double
is.
max
Bro.
elixir.
That
It
okay? That
cannot
deck's
go
bad.
It doesn't. It's because it hasn't gotten to the hands of American people yet.
Have you seen
American
Japan,
pe-
bro?
Japan people play slower. They play slower, more methodically. Right? It's just how that works. When Americans get their fat, greasy fingers on those Miraidon EXs and those double max elixirs, they're going to be going, this is the deck. This is the deck I was always born to play. Right? That is just how it's going to go. And it's because Americans are the most greedy motherfuckers in the entire world. Um, I
I'm gonna
love watching.
choose not to comment on this.
I
Yeah.
love watching other countries play Pokemon because it's like they play so much differently than us. Like the decks do the same thing, but they're more methodically. Like they think more. America's just like tunnel vision, straightforward. But no, I don't know. You said you want a max potion back. That's good.
Yes.
What do I want? What do I want? Well, we got N back. That was like my pick for the last 6 weeks. So
True.
Yeah, well, and was always going to be the pick for everyone, surely.
Yeah.
yeah. I'd say a card like Shrine of Punishment. I
Yeah.
really liked Shrine of Punishment when it was around.
Or Reggie's.
Shrine
Or
of-
Reggie
Shrine-
specifically.
It would be good for Reggie's. Be good for Lost Box. It
Mhm.
would set up numbers, especially if we're moving towards like an EX, like full EX type, as well as like VMAX direction. If we had a card that
Yep.
just like did like 2 would be too much, I think. 2 would
Yeah.
be actually maybe with the HP.
I mean, things are
3.
just getting so much bigger now.
Yeah, so I
feel
think
like
maybe-
one's like less relevant.
Yeah, so I feel like maybe 2. I could even consider 3 because it would put.
Okay.
Put,
Okay.
But-
That's a
but it-
lot of damage.
Oh, that's
but it-
60 damage every turn.
but it would put a large enough threat to get rid of it, right? If like what I'm saying is
mean-
like Shrine of Punishment back in the day was a big deal because Buzzwole hit for big damage and like those 1 to 2 increments were able to either kill the Pokemon or not. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so nowadays you've got Skeledirge with 340 HP.
I don't want my fucking Fuecoco hitting for 10 and knocking out a Yaoscarada EX, bro. Like that's
I mean, maybe 2's
I don't
fine.
want to just like choice ban my Fuecoco and it kills a Meowscarada because Shrine stayed in play for one too many turns.
That's their fault. They should have got rid of it. Their fault. Your Fuecoco shopping cart Fuecoco comes for vengeance. Yeah, I think that Shrine of Punishment type S card, maybe not for 3 damage, maybe for like 5 or 6 a turn, but you know,
Mhm.
but like 2. I think that could be really good for a format that's leaning more into heavy EXs. You
I can
know,
see it.
Yeah.
especially
I think
with
I've said like your evolved Pokemon EX.
uh I mean
I think 2 on a basic seems like a lot.
considering basics have 240 HP now.
Yeah, but like the basic EXs are gonna naturally one shot each other, but they're never gonna get to the range of like naturally one shotting a evolved EX.
Yep.
Yeah, unless it's
I think that's kind of the
weakness, yeah.
direction they're going, and so like you can soften that up.
Yeah.
They're gonna kill each other anyways, like as basic.
Yeah,
think
I
that's
think it would be like evolved EX. I mean EX and
Basics take 1 and EX evolved EXs take 2. Maybe something.
that'd be cool. Yeah, like basic EXs take 1, evolved EXs take 2.
There
Or
you go.
but
See.
you would kind of need it to have V maxes still in it as well.
They'll be gone in a year.
Will they be gone
2
in a
years.
year?
They'll be gone. They'll be gone in. I mean, all the good ones will be gone in a year.
What will?
V
E
maxes.
maxes.
D-Maxes? Think so.
All the
Most
good
of them.
ones will be
It
gone anyways.
depends. I
We'll have
mean, if
Brilliant
they-
Stars, but
Will we have Brilliant Stars?
we'll have Brilliant Stars still. But like, there's no good V maxes
Are you
past
sure?
Fusion Strike.
If they have Brilliant Stars, wouldn't it?
Right now, it's gonna be Battle Styles on. So then it'll be Brilliant Stars on, and then it'll be Scarlet Violet on.
Oh, okay.
That's how it always
Yeah.
works. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool. Yeah.
We still have a year of like Mew VMAX.
Because they normally cut out
Yeah.
like 6 sets, right?
Yeah, like the 4 main and then like the 2
Or,
mini
yeah, 4 main
sets. Yeah.
ones. Yep.
4 main and 2 mini. So what it goes Battle Styles.
And then Brilliant Stars.
What's after Battle Styles?
Chilling Rain.
Chilling
Evolving
Rain,
Evolving
Skies.
Skies, Fusion Strike.
and then the 2
Yeah.
mini sets, which
Like
would be
Champion's
Pokemon,
Path and Celebrations. Yeah. Or not
Yep.
Champion's Path. Whatever.
Pokemon Go, Pokemon
That's it.
Go,
Yeah.
and
That's it.
Champion and
Pokemon
Celebration.
Go is
Celebrations.
later, right? That was last year?
Does Pokemon Go? Oh yeah, it came out NAIC.
Yeah, that's F
Was
block.
that after? Was
Uh-huh.
that after Brilliant Stars?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that was after Radiance. Yeah.
So are
Yep.
they moving it up a letter each year? Is that how that works now?
That's the yeah. That's how it works. Yeah.
So
Okay.
this time they're rotating D block, next time they rotate E block, and then so on.
Okay.
Yep.
That's pretty cool. I didn't really pay attention. I just get told what I can and
Now
can't
you
play.
know.
Now
Yeah.
for people listening that didn't know, that's how it works apparently.
That's fair.
But
That's
any
what we have
close,
other people for.
Yeah.
any closing
Over here.
remarks? Anybody you want to shout out, Christian?
Follow me on Twitter.
I'll put his Twitter down in the bio.
Perfect.
You guys can check that out. I will not be putting
That's
John's
that
Twitter in
no.
the bio because he doesn't deserve it this week.
Bro,
I'm
I
just
have more
kidding.
followers than you.
Rip
That
John.
doesn't matter. But I really appreciate you coming out, Christian.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you for
Mm-hmm.
literally picking up the phone. I mean, picking up the duties at 12 o'clock at night.
Yep.
That's a man right there. That's a
I am looking forward to going back to bed, but it was a pleasure being on here. It was fun talking to you guys.
no, absolutely.
Uh,
So thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy this episode, go ahead and let us know in the comments below. If there's any suggestions, anything like that, let us know that as well. If you did enjoy the video, you can leave a like, or if you're listening on Spotify, you can rate it 1 to 5 stars. I know John's here, so it's probably a 1. But we really
what
appreciate
did
Alright,
John
buddy.
eat today?
Literally, this is every day.
Wow.
John
That's
takes
fine.
John takes
Can't
8
believe
years.
you put up with this.
I'll text John at 7 o'clock in the morning, and he'll text me back at 9.